It's July, and you know what that means, baby. It's time for this month's top 6 on Netflix. So every month, as you guys know, I make it my mission to tell you the 6 different Netflix originals that you should be watching. First up is Stranger Things Season 3. It's summer, the kids have a new mall, new love interests, new jobs, and new threats. It's up to the gang and the grown-ups in the know to fight the threat of the Mind Flayer. But the Mind Flayer isn't the only threat in town. There's a whole new group of baddies out to take the kids down. The new darker 3rd season of Stranger Things is out now. Full disclosure, I already watched season 3 of Stranger Things, and it was damn sure better than season 2, and actually, I thought it was also better than season 1, so check it out. Next up on July 12th is something that I'm excited to see, and that is the movie Point Blank. So Point Blank is an action flick that teams up Anthony Mackie and Frank Grillo. Anthony Mackie plays an ER nurse trying to take care of Frank Grillo's hardened criminal. But there's an issue. A group of hardened gangsters and renegade cops are out for Frank Grillo's blood. On top of that, the nurse's wife has been kidnapped by these very same baddies. So it's up to the nurse and the gangster to battle the forces of evil while trying to save a loved one. I'm a big fan of both of these actors. I think they have great personality. I think they're really good at physical stuff. And I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Next up on July 19th is Last Chance U Season 4. Last Chance U is one of my favorite Netflix original series. I'm excited for this one. It's Emmy nominated and it's back. I really love this series because it shows that hard work can pay off even for kids who've been in a lot of trouble. The show highlights colleges that take in troubled athletes while trying to build up their talent and help them become better people as a whole. And of course, there is something in it for these colleges. They pick these troubled kids because they are extremely talented. And given the caliber of the players on these rosters, these teams tend to get pretty far in the national standings. But one of the things that always stood out about this show are the coaches. They tend to be kind of a mess. So we'll see if that trend continues in this new season of Last Chance U. Also out on July 19th is Money Heist Season 3. This hugely popular Netflix original is an import, which isn't surprising because Netflix originals from outside of the US have been crushing it when it comes to crime. So this series follows a motley crew of robbers out to pull off the biggest heist in the history of Spain. Season 3 follows the thieves' progress as well as that of the cops trying to catch them. Gotta be honest, I haven't seen the first 2 seasons of this. Once I found out that season 3 had been renewed, I figured I'd wait and I'd watch all 3 in succession. And because I do love things that are criminal-minded, I'll probably be doing a review for this series. On July 26th is another one I'm looking forward to, the final season of Orange is the New Black. In the newest and last season of Orange is the New Black, Piper has finally been released, and we will get to see what life is like for her as a convicted felon in the real world. We also get to catch up with all the other ladies that are still locked up inside. Last season was pretty good. There were some really tough things that happened to some of the characters that you did not expect. So the season and the series should end on a very strong note, especially with this amazing cast. This show definitely has one of the best ensemble casts I've ever seen on television, and they really make it what it is. So I'm sad to see the show go, but at the same time, I think it's going to leave on a high note. And lastly, on July 31st, we have the Red Sea Diving Resort. The Red Sea Diving Resort is a true story of a Mossad operation in Sudan during the early 80s. The Mossad operation successfully utilized a deserted holiday retreat to smuggle thousands of African Jewish refugees to Israel. Chris Evans and the always standout Michael Kenneth Williams lead an insanely talented cast in this action drama. Being a big military history nerd, I've known about this operation for a while, and I'd always hoped that they'd come out with some sort of a film or series about it. But the thing that's always troubled me about this story is, why would you bother going and rescuing these people, bringing them to your country, where you're then going to treat them like crap for the next 40 years, including forced deportation to the country of Rwanda? It's just really strange to me that a country founded by refugees is kicking out refugees and resorting to the same tactics that they suffered in World War II. But I digress, that's a whole other topic, and that's something for a much more controversial video than this one. So that's it for this month's Top 6 on Netflix, and I'll see you guys in August.